Hello, Student Advisory Council and students from the Fairfield State Unified School District. My name is Mia Hernandez, and I'm a current junior at Early College High School, and I'm applying for the student board member position of the 2022-2023 school year. Now, I want to be the student board member to help give a voice and representation for the students on the FSUSD governing board. As a student board member, I want to give students a chance to voice their opinions and perspectives on what can be added or changed in our district. I want to create a safe environment where students feel comfortable giving their opinions and ideas. Now, talking about ideas, I have made some goals and new campaigns that I would like to take on as student board member with the Student Advisory Council. My first goal would be to continue finding different ways to support students with mental health. Although Student Advisory Council has been working on mental health for the past few years, I would like to continue finding different ways to support the students and making school easier. I plan to communicate with different students from all over the district through the Student Advisory Council and outside to have a variety of student perspectives. I want to ask students what their schools are currently doing that helps support students with mental health and what they would like to see added. With the Student Advisory Council, I would like to find different ways to support students while continuing to use past SAC methods. My second and most focused goal would be working on ethnic studies being implemented in the student school district and having more cultural representation in schools. I believe that by having more cultural representation in schools, we could have students feel more respected and appreciated in their school and in their curriculum. By implementing more cultural representation in schools, we can help raise our attendance and participation rates. I plan to start by introducing ethnic studies to the Student Advisory Council and gaining their perspective and what they would like to see added with cultural representation in the schools. I would then introduce ethnic studies to the rest of Fairfield students through social media and, if possible, a blast email. Then, after the email, I would like to send out a Google form to have students give their perspective on cultural representation in their schools and what they would like to see added. Whether it is a social media post or a newsletter explaining cultural diversity, having representation in school for students matters, and making students feel welcome and safe is the number one priority. While these goals and things I would like to do as student board member, I would like to have student perspectives on what they would like to see the Student Advisory Council focus on and what they would like to see changed or added. Now, I know this may sound impossible or like a lot, but I believe that with enough research and enough student perspective, this campaign for ethnic studies and cultural representation in schools can be accomplished. After a few years of being a part of Student Advisory Council, I have learned what it is to be a good student board member for the students and the representation for students on the governing board. And I know that I can do a good job for both. Thank you for your time and opportunity for applying for this position.